Okay, so can you see my screen?
Yes.
So we go straight to the course material where we have the material there. Now, before we start, we need to get some softwares. Okay, so we'll be using the VS Code, which is called Virtual Studio Code. Okay, and then we have the Python. So if you don't have them, then we have the first thing we need to download them first. Okay, so I have my Python. So you click on the link there. It's a link. So just click on Visual Studio Code. You click to open for you. So now you can see that I have it. So you just click on the installer. So the one that is better for you. So you can see this one. If you are using AMD, you click on AMD. If you are not using AMD, you click on X. Okay. So depending on the operating system you are using. So make sure you do that. So we will be using the installer. Okay. So just click on one, the app there. When you click there, you can see that it will start downloading. So if it doesn't come, so now you see that mine is downloading. Just to save yourself, if you don't know exactly if you are using the AMD or what, you just click on the download, the top there, what I click. So you can see mine is downloading. I already have it, so I'll stop it. Okay, then we can also download the Python. So you come back to the platform and you see Python. So you also need to download the Python. So you click on Python link. It will open for you. So you can see we have Python download there. So just click on this link and it will take you to the Python. So now the latest version is 3.12.7. So we can just click on the latest version here and download that. Okay, so just click on this and download that.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, please, is it very
Yeah.
important to download the latest version, or can I just use the old version? Because I have like the old version on my last, just last
Which
time we did
which
Python,
one?
so let me see. Is there any way to check like what
Um.
version you have?
Yeah, you can check the version. You can check the version. We will get into that. Okay. So I think
All right,
what we are doing is better to do from fundamental. Okay.
all right.
I presume you don't know anything about Python. Okay. So even if you have it on your machine, you can
Mhm.
still install it. So I'll guide you the proper way you need to install Python. Okay.
Ah,
So
oh, okay. But like, will it not conflict with the like? I already have Python, so if I download it, install it again, won't it conflict with the one that I have? Or it doesn't do
Mm,
anything, I can just download.
no, you download because now I need to teach you so many things. So it's better you
Uh,
download and then I'll show you where when you install, where it goes, you add all this. I will teach you all those things. So don't worry.
all
So you
right. Okay.
okay. So now, as we are still downloading our Python, uh, can you tell me briefly about yourself and then I can know you better. I know your name stuff. So just a brief summary about your profile. Then we can.
Yeah, my name is Nana Akosadade. I'm a student of KNUST. Currently, like on vacation. I'm going to second year next year. So,
Okay.
any other info?
Oh, okay. So let me try to the I think you are doing engineering, right?
Yeah, I'm doing electrical engineering here.
Electrical engineer. Okay.
Yeah,
You did a Python that is last semester, right?
yeah.
Apart from the Python, do you have any knowledge in other programming language?
No, this is the first programming language we were introduced to.
Oh,
So I don't
okay.
have any, yeah, but I just know that next sem we are going to do another one, which is the C programming. But
You
this is the
did it.
first, what?
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
This is the first programming language you did.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, that's fine. That's fine. So, let me also tell you briefly about myself. Then you actually can also know me better. I'm also Kingsley Jba, and
Okay.
I work with a company known by name CKBS. We are into robotics. Okay, so
Oh.
we do a lot of robotic stuff, and I happen to be the CTO for the company. That is the Chief Technology Officer. Okay, so I do we train in the robotics, and by as you know, for robotics you can't do robotics without programming.
Yeah.
We do train in Python. We train in the C, C++, as you said, because robotics professional level deal with more of C++
C
than
plus plus.
yeah than Python. So Python Python is highly used by the university. Okay, because of this, Python really have a lot of libraries that you can use. Okay, when it comes to you don't need to write every code from scratch. With Python, you can get a lot of modules and then um, import them into your program. So a lot of universities use it for research work and stuff. And then when you move on to now, we are in the era of AI, which is artificial intelligence, and most of the libraries that you can get to use, most of them you get it from Python. Okay, so Python is a language that is good because OpenAI library is built on Python. So if you want to build your own, maybe ChatGPT, or want to use the library of OpenAI, then you need to actually know Python.
Python. Okay.
That okay. So it's a very good language. If you learn it well, it will help you because it cuts across Microsoft platform and everything you needed to know. Now, as you are into electrical engineering and stuff, now we are in era of saying Internet of Things where we want to talk to applications, devices communicating with application and human communicating with also devices. Okay, so it's
Yeah.
vice versa. So, and in order to be able to do that, you need the technology that will sit on top of the hardware that will enable you to be able to communicate. And then
Okay.
one of the two that helps us a lot to be able to do that is for in terms of your level, maybe as a student. I hope you heard about this program, what we call Arduino, right?
Yeah, I've heard of Arduino.
And you can use Arduino to do a whole lot of stuff. But then Arduino is built on C and C++. Okay, so
Ah,
if you really want to have control over Arduino board and then use it to do you can do a whole lot of stuff you're on your own as an electrical engineering student, and you needed to really understand C and C++. Okay, so it's a good thing, but the beautiful thing is if it's easy to learn Python than C and C++. So once you really understand Python, you can easily learn C and C++ because everything we will be doing in Python is still the same when you get to C++ and C. But the difference is the what we call a syntax. Okay, I believe you've heard about it, right?
yes.
Syntax. Okay, so syntax simply means the rules that govern any language in terms of the programming. When we move to English, we will say grammar. Okay,
Yeah.
so you have to understand the grammatical way of speaking because if you know maybe your tenses and all those things, there's a way you need to use it so that I can construct a very good sentence. And then when we move to programming, we call it syntax. So the rule that governs that is called syntax rule. Okay, so you need to understand when we come to Python, how to declare a variable in Python will be different from how to declare a variable in C and C++, okay, or Java. But then variable is the same across board, okay. Data type is
Yeah.
the same across board, okay.
Okay.
Condition the same across board, okay. So these are
Okay.
what you needed to know. Okay, so as we will be learning, I'll give you a very good understanding background of all these things. So it will really help you to be able to do a good job. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I believe you'll be able to download your software, right?
Yeah, I've downloaded the Python.
Okay. And then what about the Visual Studio Code? Where did you
uh, yeah, I
or
should I download that one too newly? I have that one,
the Visual
like
Studio
the
Code?
app.
If you
Yeah,
have
the
then
software.
if you have it, then you don't need to download. Okay.
Okay.
If you
Okay.
already have Visual Studio Code, that is fine. You don't need to download it.
Okay.
Okay, so you can start downloading the files that is the modules files. You can start downloading. Okay. So I hope you can still see my screen, right?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So now let's go to the installation of Python. So now my installation is done.
Yeah.
So
Please, can you pause for a second? I want to change the like my headphones, please.
okay, okay, okay. So okay. So now my Python is here. So first thing is I will click on, just do double click on it. So we will do the same thing. Okay. So
Mm.
double click on it just to
Yeah.
okay. So you could see that it will open for you in this way. Now
Mm-hmm.
we have to control where our Python installation will go. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'll come to customize. If you can see here. So you click on customize,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can, but before we do that, let's think the first thing is you can see this one, add
I'm
Python file. Okay, you need to
I'm
click on
com-
mm,
yeah. Yes. Mine shows instead of the install now, no, it has upgrade.
you have what up,
Upgrade. Yeah.
how what when you were doing it, it's showing some upgrade.
Yeah, upgrade.
Wait, just a minute.
Okay.
Kindly share your screen. I'm still I'll sharing. You can see back, you click on it and you share your screen with. So I'll stop sharing.
The present now or
Present now.
here. Okay. Please can you see it?
Yeah.
The upgrade.
What are you? Is your machine? Are you using AMD? Is your machine
Mm,
AMD?
no, it's not AMD.
It's your
It's
Intel.
Intel. Intel, yeah.
Uh, you see my own. Okay, you are using. Let me see what you are using. AMD. AMD. Go to the download side. Let me see where what
The
when you download it. Go to your browser. Show me the one you click.
I'm sorry, I'm coming. Yeah, I'm new to this present something, so
Oh, okay.
okay, entire screen.
Yeah, do that.
Is unable to share the entire. Please, yeah, okay.
So your browser, mhm, Python.
Python. This is where I want to download.
Yeah, click on. So you click on the first, you click on the first. Did you click on the first one?
The link, the URL.
No, the current download Python. You can see
Yeah, I clicked on download Python.
that's what you downloaded.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then it's okay.
Mm,
Maybe depending on your match. So let's go to the installation.
okay. So should I stop sharing?
No. Stop share. So install. Let me see.
Okay. Hey. Um, so should I
So
click on the upgrade now?
I'm saying that don't install from here. So we will be using what we call the customize.
The
Okay.
customizer.
Scroll down. Scroll down.
Oh,
Where
but
you do scroll down, you can see scroll down. Like
down.
yeah, it did not allow just maximize the page links.
It doesn't
Like
allow you to maximize.
it doesn't allow you to maximize.
Yeah.
Uh,
You cannot.
click that. Use your arrow key down. Press it down. Let me see. Arrow key or the
See,
keyboard. Yeah. Did you get any?
no,
Oh,
that's like the end.
that is the end. So you click
Yeah.
on. Let me see something.
I should click on
Customize installation.
customize. Uh-huh.
Okay, and then go click here. Let me see the next.
The next.
Mhm. Okay, so now we want to change all these ones as you are seeing. Okay,
Yeah.
we don't
Mm-hmm.
use these parts. Okay, so we want to customize to C directory. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
that's what. So you click on browse,
Browse. Uh-huh.
and then you click on PC. This PC. See this PC. Then you can see C. So now what we do that click on the C, the
The
C,
local disk.
the local disk, and then we have to create a new folder.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, a new folder there. So you can right click on it
Oh.
and then create a new folder and type it Python. What is the version? I think 3.37.
The version we downloaded.
The version downloaded.
3.12.7.
Okay, so type Python 3.12.7. Python 3, Python 327. Don't say 1 point. Don't add a point.
Uh,
527, something like that. It's okay. And then just click on it. So now we click on that one. Then go to next. So you can hide your what is showing there. Just click on hide. The sharing. Just hide it. Okay, then click on OK. Okay, so now this is your directory. Okay, where
mhm.
your Python file will be
Will
installed.
be okay.
So now you can see that it's doing the install. Then you
Mhm.
add the environment variable. I think your own this is how it came. So click on add. So the reason why we are adding, if you forget to add the environment variable, okay,
Mhm.
be different when you want to maybe check your Python type and all those. Sometimes Python will not recognize it. Okay,
Yeah.
just add the environment variable. I will show you how to do that. Okay, so
Mhm.
let's click on install.
You said I should add the environment variables.
Yeah,
That alone.
that alone. The rest leave it. Don't add in it.
Okay. So install.
Okay, so hello.
Hello.
Yeah, Christian.
Hello.
Yeah, welcome.
Yes.
Okay. You were finding it difficult to join in.
Thank you.
Okay. So currently we are doing the installation. Okay. So what I want you to do is that
Yes,
I
please.
hope you need to access the platform, right? Do you have access to the platform? Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm asking you. I hope you've logged into the platform.
Other day.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about Christian.
Yeah. Okay.
Christian. Yeah, Christian, can you hear me? Okay. So let me quickly. So you can stop sharing it. Other
Okay.
day you can share it, so I'll take over. Okay. Hello, Christian, can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Okay. So we are currently doing the installation. Okay. So when
I
you
can
go
hear
to the
you.
platform, we already have our files there. So
Yes.
kindly, well, we are currently installing Python. Okay. So you click on the link there. They have provided a link, so you can see Python is there. You just click on this link, the Python. You click on it.
Okay.
Okay. Now it will open for you. Come down there. You can see Python. So you can see click to open. Okay. So you click on this one to open. Okay. So once you click on it, it will open for you. Okay. I hope you are here, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. So now you can see we are using the current version. So just click on download. Click on this link to download. Okay. I already have
Okay.
downloaded it. Once you click on this, it will pop up for you to. I can see that it's coming, but I've already downloaded, so I will stop it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So once that is done, the next thing you continue with the installation. Okay. So I open and go to the directory where my downloaded file is. So you can see it here. It's still downloading. Hello. Yeah, Christian. Mm. Are you done downloading?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so now we
Now it's
go
asking,
ahead to do.
please, it's asking disable path length limit. Should I mind those things or I should just close the dialog box?
No, are you installing?
I'm done installing. They said the setup was successful.
No. Are you Christian or uh
Ah, this other
other?
day.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Then that is okay. Then you can close the download box.
Okay.
So,
Um,
Christian, are you done downloading?
Christian isn't in, like he left.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay, so let's continue. I think this session is being recorded, so maybe later on you need to watch the video. I'm sure maybe it's having internet issues, so we can't waste our time.
I think he
Okay,
joined
so
again.
what I would do, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the installation at my end, and
Mhm.
Christian, you watch it. Okay, this session is being recorded, so later on you can go through and do the installation if you are not able to. Okay, so now once you click on this, the installation, the file that you downloaded, this menu will be open. Okay, so now you have here. First thing, we need to add the path. Okay, depending on your operating system, I'm using the Intel, so it will show like this for me. So now I'm adding my path here. So this is my path. So now once I've added my path, I'll go to customize. Okay, and then I'll click here. Now I'm going to click on browse, and inside here you could see that the directory where my file is, I want to go to this PC. Before it was going to Kin, I don't want to go there. So I have this PC, the C, and I'll create a new folder. So I'll come here, you can say make a new file folder. I'll click on that. If you don't have this, what you need to do is just right click on the C and then you get that. Okay, so now I'll click on I'll type Python. I already have some there, but then I'll type Python 312. Okay, and hit enter. Okay, so now I have that one here. So I'll click OK. So now you can see that I have Python 312 there. I'll click on install. Now you could see it here. These ones are already there. I don't need them. Okay, the standard library and those. For instance, if I did not select the environment variable like yourself, what we just did for you, so now you could select this point and add the environment variable. Adade yourself, your own wasn't there. So once I did that before, it has been selected for me already. So if it wasn't there, then you check and add your environment variable. Then you click on install. Okay, so now we wait for this to complete. Okay, so we are still waiting. Okay, so now it says getting everything. Yeah, Christian. Christian, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I think you should use the link on the platform. Okay, the one I sent you on WhatsApp, that one wouldn't help you because I can see the system is blocking you. So
Yes,
try and
please.
use the one on the platform rather because we are not getting it. You can see virtual
Okay, sir.
classroom. You click on it, you go through the process and join with that one. Okay,
Okay.
okay, yeah, so that
Okay.
it won't be blocking you. I've seen that you've been blocking. So kindly use the platform link. Okay, go to virtual classroom. You click on it, then you click on enter classroom. Okay, and follow the procedure to join. Okay, okay, so
Okay.
you can leave with this, join with that one. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, okay, so I hope Christian, your installation is done, right?
No.
Christian, okay, but
Hello.
your downloading is done. Yeah, can you hear me? I'm asking if your downloading is done.
Yes, please.
What we're downloading, the pipe. Okay, so we are
No.
currently doing
No.
the. You are still downloading.
Yes, please.
Okay, okay. So what we do that this session is being recorded. So after the session, I'll upload it so you can get the video and whatever that you were not able to get in the initial stage, you can get that. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm doing the installation. So the process, everything is being recorded, so you can get it from there. So now that mine is installing, is done. So you can see that setup was successful. So I'll click here and close it. Okay. Now we need to check where our installation went. Okay, so it's very, very important. So now let's go and check the environment variable where it went to. So I'll go here and then you go to this PC. You can see this PC. Okay. So right click on this PC. Right click on this PC. Then you can see show more. It depends on what we are using there. Okay, then you see that property. If you can get property, just click on property. Okay. Now are you there? There. Hello. Yeah, Daddy. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me? I hope you've gotten to where we are now. So we want to
Yeah, I'm
check
there.
our. So now we go to, you can see advanced system setting. So you click on advanced system setting. After your property, you click on advanced system setting. So now this pop up menu will open, and then you can see can see environment variables down there under the setting. You can see environment variables. So you click on that, click there, and there will pop up. So now this is where when you install your Python file it goes. So now you can see path. You can see path. So just click on that path there and you come down there, you can see edit. Okay, so let's check the edit. Now we will see that I have already installed certain Python. So you can see this is the first, this is the other one I have, but that's the 38, that's 3.8, and then I have 3.11. So this is the just recently the one I just installed, that is 3.12. Okay, so anytime you install Python, so now if we check the Python version that I've installed on my machine, this is what will come. So this is the environment variable I'm talking. So when you set it, if for instance you didn't set your environment variable, then you need to come and set this one here yourself, so that Python will recognize your file, what you are doing. So now you can see here inside the Python folder, what we just installed, there's a file called script. So you add that one there, then you add the Python itself. Okay, so these two, hello.
Hello, I'm
Okay,
listening.
okay, so these two actually help us to know our Python version. And then with these two also will help us to run our Python file. So if you don't have these two, it will be difficult to run your Python file successfully. Okay, so now we've set our environment variable. So I have 3 environment variable and it will never affect my system. Okay, so that is the main thing that you need to know. I have VS Code here. You can see my VS Code environment variable. All those things are here. For now, there are other environment variable, but we are only concentrating on Python. Okay. When you come here, we come system variable. Then system variable is also here, but for now, I don't want you to worry yourself about this. Okay, just to confuse you here. When we get there, we will look at that. But for now, the concentration is here. Okay,
Mm.
so we've able to add our path, and that's the path I added. Okay, so you go to path. and then you check. If it's not there, then you can add it. So now if I click here, you can see that I can go and copy this path from the C. This is the C. If I come here, you can see the path, what we just installed is here. So I come here, you can see that I have the 3.38, I have the 311, and then I have 312. This is what we
Yeah.
just installed. So I come here, and then you will see here, this is script. So you can just click here, and then you come and copy. If in case maybe you forgot to add your environment variable, then you come and copy this one, and then you copy this directory, you go there. So I'll come here, and then I'll click on new. If it's not there, if this one is not there, so you just click on new. So for instance, I will just do something here just to show the difference. I'll add that one, I can delete it later on. So I'll add W here and click outside, and I'll click on new. So here I will add that. Okay.
Yeah.
So enter. So now you could see that it's showing down here. So you can move it up. So when you click on this, you see this button here, move up. So I will just move it up so that it will be on the same level with so now you can see it's here. This is the one I just edited. So I can just click here and then delete this one. Okay, I still have it. And then you can see you add another one and add the 12. That is the original path. So you just click on add, and then I can add this one, and then I will clear this one and leave what only the path. I hope it's clear.
Yeah, it's very clear.
So once you are done, then you click on OK. Okay. So now our environment variable is being set. Okay, then we are done. So now once this one is being done, you can see that we have pip, Python, and all those. So this helps you to install your packages and stuff with pip. So now I'll come here and then check if my Python is properly installed. So we use PowerShell. So you can type P, that is PowerShell. You can see PowerShell here. Can you see that?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, so you just click on the PowerShell to open your PowerShell. So my PowerShell is on. So now I want to test to see if my Python okay. Okay, so to check the version, you type the keyword Python. So I'll type Python, then you do hyphen version. Okay, so you hit enter, and this will actually show the version. So you can see that I'm having a 3.12.7. Okay, so that my environment variable is properly set. So now I'm ready to use Python. I hope it's clear.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's go straight to since for VS Code is just a normal installation, you don't need any setup, any configuration. So I'm not going to install VS Code because that is the step by step. Just follow step by step and install VS Code. So that one anybody can install VS Code. Once you have basic IT knowledge, you should be able to install. Okay, so now let's go straight to our lesson. Okay, so I ask you to download them. So the first one is we will go straight to the beginning of everything, because of course this is the first. Some of you may be the first time or you've done it before, but we really need to really understand what Python is all about, and then different platform that we can use Python. Okay, so do you have the, if you don't have the file, just can download them later. So now our main focus here is we want to explore Python language, okay, and then check the interpreters that help Python to run. Okay, Python uses interpreter, so we need to check all those ones to see. So now I believe you can see this. Can you see my screen? Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Okay, so now our first point where we look at is we are saying Python is a dynamic but what strictly what a type programming language. Okay, so what that we are saying is that it uses what interpreter and compile. Okay, so instead of C or maybe Java or anything that you do, you need to compile it before you do. By Python, you can run it straight away. Okay, you can run it straight away without you worried about comparing everything anytime you start, you write a new code. Okay, so all that we are saying here is that in the Python coding, we actually focus on just you writing the script, and then you click on just maybe run to run it. When you move on to C or C++, you have to always compare before you can run it, meaning that you need to change from human readable to machine by comparing before you can. By Python, you can do that straight away. That makes Python very easy to program with. Now, we see that Python language has several implementation, but the most common is the version written in C. Okay, so mostly we say often referred to as C Python. Okay, so this is the version written in C. So if you maybe heard about C Python, it's the Python version written in C programming language. Then we have other implementation include JPython. So we have JPython that is written in Java. Okay, and then we have Ironic Python. That one is written in .NET platform. Okay, that is Microsoft. So if you see Ionic Python, then it means you are dealing with Microsoft environment. Okay, that is .NET. And then if you see C Python, then we are dealing with the Python that's what's written in C language. And when you see JPython, you are thinking about Java platform. Okay, so we have different versions as terms. So now Python started with version 2. Okay, so we have Python 2, and now Python 2, just a few that still use Python 2. That is still relevant to them. But now most of the things that we will be looking at, we will be looking at Python 3. So that is what we'll be looking at. Okay, so now let's see that what is all this about. Now, anytime you write a Python program, you need to save the Python program with an extension. So the extension that we use to save our Python is called .py. Okay, so .py, any Python file should have .py extension. Okay, so what does it do? So it helps the Python interpreter to call Python. Okay, a lower. So if, for instance, you don't have the extension there, then it means that Python interpreter will not see your file as a Python file. to run it. So it's very, very important that anytime you write your small code and then you want to save it, you save it with the py extension. Okay, so that's what we actually need to understand. It's very, very important to do that. Okay, now we look at how do we start Python. Now we can start Python in so many ways. You can either use the normal Python, what comes with, like Python itself comes with this interface. Okay, when you want to type something, you can use this one to actually do a small kind of text to see how Python works. Okay, and then we can also use extensive library to be able to test that. Okay, so all these points is still Python. Okay, so the beautiful thing about Python is you can actually test them yourself. So now we have here, I can use the Python that we install. So I'll come here and type Python py. Then you can see that this is what we just installed. That is the Python we just installed. So you can see the IDE. Okay, that is Python. So this one is the old one that I've already 3 point something. Okay, this is the 3.11 and stuff. The other one that we just installed, yours will also will definitely show there. So these are different versions of Python that I've already installed. But the whole thing is we can still write a simple Python file to be able to check what we've done. Okay, so I'm going to not use that per se, but even if you have a notepad, okay, you can still use notepad to do Python programming. Okay, for this course I said we will be using the VS Code. So now I have my VS Code here already open. So my VS Code is already open. So let me check this up. Okay, so now when you open my VS Code, I just need to check with my VS Code terminal. Like already you see that this is a VS Code. Okay, and then you can see my terminal here within the VS Code. Okay, so everything that you can see here, I can do that with VS Code. But for the purpose of we understanding what we are doing, and I don't want to confuse you, I want us to use Python itself to be able to check some of these things. Okay, so now when you see here where we tested our Python, okay, that is PowerShell. You open your PowerShell and you type the word Python. Okay, we want the environment that we can interact with Python. So when you hit enter, okay, you hit enter. Are you there? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, are you there?
The Windows PowerShell.
PowerShell. We want to interact with Python without using any software for now. Okay, just
Okay.
to really understand before we think of using the PowerShell. So now with the VS Code. So here you can see Python. So type Python like this, and then you hit enter. So when you hit enter, now it will open with the what we call this interface. Okay. Now this is
Yeah.
from where you can test Python. So here I can test Python here. Maybe you know that we can use Python to do simple addition, multiplication, subtraction. So here, without writing any code, so I can say 2 plus 2 and then hit enter. It should give me the answer. Okay, I can say 5 minus 3 or 2. It should give me the answer. At this point, I'm not writing a Python script, but I'm just interacting with the Python shell. Okay, so this
Yeah.
is the Python shell that I'm interacting with. Okay, so that is basically the difference. So here too, I can write a simple Python program and say, let's say print. When you are learning programming, you see the hello world is the basic what. So let's say print hello world. So I can say print hello world and say hello world. Okay, and then hit enter.
How about your debut? Sorry.
Okay, so I hope you can see that.
Yes,
So
please.
we are just interacting with the Python itself. Okay, so that is so. If I'm done, I will just do exit to exit this one. Okay, so you can, sorry, so do exit to exit this. Okay, then you come back to, and then if I want to clear the screen, I'll do the normal. So PowerShell some uses uh command that you can use to clear. So when I say clear, maybe I want to clear everything that I've done, so it go on. Okay, so I can do my programming here without without me using what do you call the PowerShell. I say PowerShell, the VS Code.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can do a whole lot here. You can use Notepad to run a small program. We will do all those things. Then from there, we can decide to move on to that the VS Code, just to give you the basic understanding of everything. So what that we are using, we are using the interpreter, okay, to be able to do everything that we want to. So with this, I believe you now understand the basics of Python environment. If you still have a doubt or there's something you want me to clarify, you can let me know before we move on to.
Oh no, there's no doubt.
There's no doubt. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is Christian here with us?
Nah, he's left.
He's left. I'm sure the internet is. So now let's move on to the next. So now move on to the 335. Okay. So if you've downloaded that, we can still. So now we look at the types we have in Python. Okay. Now there are some commands that I want you to take note of, okay, as we are learning Python. Now the first one is we have help. Now what does it do? Help helps us to be able to get more information from Python. Maybe there's a library that you are using, you don't really understand what the library is meant for. So you want to get the documentation from the original owner of that library. So you can use the help to get some information. And then you can use the directory to know the directory of maybe a file or stuff. When you talk about directory, I believe you understand the directory.
Location.
Do you understand? Where the location? Yes, the location. So the directory is simply the location. So here we are saying that Python comes with two helpful functions, okay, that assists you in exploring the language. Okay, so the first one is dir, that's DIR. So make sure you write this point down. Very, very important because you'll be using them a lot. So just a short need somewhere. So the dir is very important. That's the dir. Okay, and then you place in the different arguments that you might place in. Okay, and then we have the next one is called help. Okay, so help and del. Okay, what they do, they tells you all the names available in the object identifier by name. Okay, so that's we'll be doing it, we'll be using it so that you really understand what it means. Okay, so just write that one down. Okay,
Yeah.
now you see that we call for Python deal with objects, okay, oriented programming language. So everything about Python, you should think in terms of objects. Okay, that is one thing that you have to. Okay, so information display about the object is called name. Okay, so that is why you saw that we have the name here, but that doesn't mean it's a name that we will be using. It's just the
Yeah.
object that you will use. So if the object is this, you place that object there, not the name. Okay, but we call it name. Okay, so now when you first import a new model, you will often not know what the function or the classes are included. So maybe you've imported the model, let's say mass, okay, model. You want to use mass model within your application, but you don't know exactly what other functions and stuff within that. So in order to be able to get extensive understanding the architecture of that library, we use the key term del, okay, to be able to break it down to give us more information about the library. Okay, so you can see that by looking at the del listening of the model, you can see what is available and what you need. Now, when you get them, you can also want to go into detail and find out and get more documentation. So without you going to maybe Google to go and search, you can get a lot. So we can use the help, okay, on the future list, so that when you place that one, it's also in help. It also give you extensive information about that library. So then you will be able to know how you can use it. Okay.
Okay.
So we go into that. We will be exploring those two libraries a lot in our work. So I just want you to take notes and write them down, the del and the help model. Okay, so now we want to, let's do a reviewing the Python data types. Now, every programming language deal with the types of data that it can what accept or accommodate. Okay. So for instance, let's see, when it comes to English language, we have the verbs and then the whatever that we need to use. Okay, aside the verb, we also have the alphabet, right? Okay, so these are all that, but you can't speak English or can't write uh, a sentence without knowing the alphabet, right? Without knowing, then the alphabet, you can break it down and get your consonant and your what, your verb, right? So when we come to programming, it's also the same. You need to know the data type, that the data that you can use, and per the data type, you can also break it down, okay, to know maybe which data is for maybe numbers, which data is for maybe a character or text, okay, so that you will be able to differentiate them. Okay, so that's what we use. So here we are saying that reviewing the Python data type. So Python, okay, so Python supports many powerful data types. Okay, so
Yeah.
specifically we can look at them. Okay, example, maybe you know about the integer, the string, the boolean, the list, and all those things. They are there.
Yeah.
Okay, so there are lots of data types that we can explore. Okay, so we'll get into details of that. Okay, so this means that you can perform a host of what operations on any variable, okay? But we also, as we know from our previous section, we talk about a built-in model like the del and the help okay function, which review all the information that we needed to know about them. Okay,
Yeah.
so now let's move on to that. So now we can start exploring a little bit of variable. Now, when we are dealing with programming, what we see is that on your left side, okay, and your right side, there are two things, okay. On my right
Yeah.
side is the value. On my left side is what we call variable, okay. Now, the variable is just a memory that can accommodate what? A value, okay.
Yeah.
Let's put it in terms of storage, okay. So here we are saying that first, Python variable are just names, okay. So you can create a variable name by assigning them to what? Objects, okay? That are what? Instance of what? The type, okay. Like I said, everything about Python is about what? It's about objects. So you just
Yeah.
have to, so variable not what? All of themselves have a type, okay. It is what? The object which what tells them the type of variable we have. So maybe if I provide object like here, like the one that we have here, what is this one? This is this, okay. This is a value, and this value is
Yeah.
what? Is a object, okay. So that will give me the type of value, a variable that I need to have. Python automatically, anytime you provided that, automatically will tell you the type. Okay, we will go into details to you really understand that. Okay, so now the name is just a label. So this one that you see, just a label. Okay, and as such, it can be assigned to a completely different object. So you can use the same name, assign it to different objects. I can assign the same name to a integer. I can assign it to float. I can assign it to string. I can assign it to boolean, anything. But what makes the difference is the what? The object that you are passing to the label. I hope it's clear.
Yeah. It's very clear.
Okay, so assigning is performed by using what? The equal sign. So this equal sign that you see here in programming, we don't call it equal, we call it assign. So it means that we are assigning the value to what? The variable. Okay, so that is assigning a value to a variable look like this. So this is how you assign a value to a variable. Okay, so this is a simple code that you can look at. Now, when you want to look at equal sign in programming, you use the two equal sign for equal. So if I want to say Amma is equal to Kofi, then I'll use the two equal sign. Okay, and in that case, it should be the same. That's where we do like about Boolean value types. Okay, so the distinction between a variable and its is what? The value or the object that they contain. That is one thing I would just want you to take note. So anytime you provide a different value, is different. Now let's look at something here. I have this. This is what? A string, right?
Yeah.
You can see here a string, and then it has a value of what? I love what? Spam. Okay,
Yeah.
then you can see another string. Can you see here? And then we have the same thing. I love what? Spam.
Spam.
So now what is the difference? Is there anything different here? Is there anything different here?
I think it's the same. Or
So what is the difference? The difference is the label, right?
yeah,
The difference,
the another
that's the variable, that's the difference, but the type is the same.
is the same type.
Okay, so if I want to check the type, if I want to check the type will be what? The same. Let's try our hands on this code. I'll just, for the sake of typing, I'll just copy this. Okay. And then we go to here. So yes, type Python. Yes, let's get the interactive share. Okay. Just to do a simple. Okay. So now I'll paste this one here and hit enter. And hit enter. Okay. So now I have the first one, right? Now the other one is this. I'll copy this one. And then go back again and paste it and hit enter. Now we want to check. Now there's another important. If I did print, what do we use print for? Print just to see what is inside the variable. Okay, that is the label. So I can print a string. So make sure you type the same thing. Print the string. Okay, so now it's going to give me I love what? Span. Okay, now let's check again. The next one is what? Print. The next one is print another. So it's what? N O T R. So print another string. So now this one will also give us this. I can see the same, right? So now let's check the type to see if the types are the same. So now I can see print. Now there's a function that you can use to do called type function. Now you know about the del and the stuff. So now let's see the type function, which is this type. So I want to check the type of variable that we have. So that will be a string, a string. So let's see. Oh, sorry. X. Okay. So now when you check that, it's what? It's what? It's a string. What? S. Now let's check another. So we check another. What is there? It's not a string.
A string. Yes, a string.
It's the same. So now if I say another is equal to this, it should be a boolean. It should tell me it's true, right?
Yes,
Because
true. Yeah.
it's the same. So if I say another string, right?
Yeah.
Another string equal to, so now we use the two equal sign. Equal to, I'm comparing in they are the same, equal to a string. It should say true because they are both the same. I hope you get it. Different here when I was just what the label. Okay. So that's what I was asking you here. Okay.
Yeah.
So now this tells you what equal sign. Okay, just to compare the two items to see are they actually the same. Okay. So now do you have any doubts here with this, or
No,
something you
I
want me
get
to clarify? You get
I
everything.
get everything. Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to the 6. So now we check the next one, that is reviewing the core Python. So it's the same as what we were doing. Okay, now you can see here int, we have what we want to check an int. An int is just to see, and we provided a variable a value by name what 6, right?
Mhm.
And then we have another one, and what alias divided what a value by name what an
An
int,
int.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we are seeing something here. We are seeing that a string is equal to another string, true or false, which is
That's
true.
true.
We get it. That's true. Now we move on to here. Then we see that a string is another string. Okay. Now here is saying false. Here is saying false. And then what we have here? Test object identity. Now, why is this false? Now we'll get that. Now we have here an int, an int equals to an alias, and the value is for the same. That is true. Why? Why?
Are you
And
you
then we
you're
have,
asking?
yes, I'm asking you.
Uh,
Have any idea?
yes, because